Not-So-Moe things. This is the first time I have ran this particular panel, so be easy on me. Thank you. So I came up with the idea for this panel because sometimes we don't expect really cutesy, adorable anime characters to do such awesome BA things. And this is what this panel is going to be about, so hopefully you'll get some anime recommendations. Or we can just discuss anime that you've already seen and stuff that you like. First we kind of have to define, what is moe? Moe is actually a Japanese slang word, and it's used to describe feelings towards anime characters or manga characters or visual novel characters. And it's usually a little small character with big eyes and a cutesy personality, but not all the time. Taiga from Toradora, I would definitely call her moe, even though she's kind of, she'll punch you in the face, and she's, kind of a hardhead. So these moe girls, you don't really expect to do things like drive in tanks, or shoot each other, or be in naval battleships. You don't expect that. To give you some popular examples of moe characters, Tsukasa from Lucky Star, Yui from Angel Beats, and then again another Yui from Sword Art Online. So these are just some really popular characters to give you an idea of what moe truly is. Now that we understand one of the best things in Japanese anime, which, by the way, moe is also very controversial among a lot of anime fans, especially older anime fans. Moe is something that has and has not always been an anime, I personally think. It really started picking up pace in the mid-2000s, I think, just the moe, the art style, the characters that kind of really started getting bigger in the 2000s. Personally, I don't think moe ruins anime, like a lot of people say. I have people who say, everything is moe now, everything is moe. I just think they need to dig a little deeper to find some new anime that's not moe. But those are some of the characters. Now, you know what's really, really cool? Guitar and Slash and Guns N' Roses and all these rock bands. Isn't that awesome? I mean, you have all the cool guys at school with their long hair and their dark clothes, and they're rocking on guitar, drumming on drums. Let's put moe girls in there and see how it works out, huh? Has anyone seen K-On? It's definitely one of the more popular shows that I'm going to be talking about during this panel. Let's watch the opening and get a little idea of a mix of moe singing, moe cutesy Japanese singing, and rock and roll. You may have seen Beck, the anime, but now let's throw moe girls in there and make it K-On. This show is really interesting. It was produced by Pony Canyon. It aired in 2009, so it's not especially old. It's 4 high school girls. They join the light music club at their high school, and they try to save it because music in their school, they have a chorus class and they have symphonic band, but they never had like a rock and roll group. So that's what they want to do, is keep that club alive. So they start the club, and the one problem is the main character, Yui, she's never touched a guitar in her life. She doesn't know how to play. But the time she goes out, she buys a guitar, she teaches herself to play, and in like a couple nights, she gets it. She gets guitar. The show is also really cool because there are a lot of references to actual real-life classical bands, like even just American bands, even though it's an anime. I mean, it happens in Beck too. Like Beck mentions Blink-182, and it's the same with this. I believe they do mention Guns N' Roses and Led Zeppelin and Van Halen and guitarists like that. So if you do want that, a good rock show, but you need that little bit of sprinkle of moe in your life, K-On is for you. It's definitely one of our popular shows. You know what else is really cool? Just, you know that there's a BA person when you see them on this. Motorcycles. Motorcycles are pretty cool. I'm personally scared to ride them, but, you have, gangsters and, people in movies who are tough. They're riding motorcycles. What if we put moe girls on motorcycles? How would that be? This is a show called Bakuan. It actually just finished airing last season, so I believe it was finished up in like March. Let's take a look at the opening and see what Bakugan's all about. This show looks really dumb, but it's oddly satisfying. Yes. Yes. That is Raimu. She Raimu was the girl who has the helmet on. She never takes it off. Not only does she never takes it off, she never talks. She is Silty from Durarara, pretty much. So this is Bakuan. It aired this like past season, so it just ended. It's brand new. Sakura Hane, she's on her way to school and she sees another character, Onsa, who drives by her on a motorcycle, and she takes interest in that. Something about Moe's where it feels like you should have seen motorcycles before, you should have seen guitars before, but episode 1 you're just now taking interest? Okay. So she takes interest in motorcycles. There's a motorcycle club at their all-girls school. And so she ends up buying her bike, she gets her license to ride motorcycles, and rides motorcycles to school. And they do crazy stuff like wheelies and races, and they think it's all normal. Like, ride a motorcycle, you know what I mean? And again, it's another short series. I'm not sure there's gonna be a second season, but it's 12 episodes. Definitely check it out. Let's see. This is Best Girl. Rain, she's the blonde-haired one in the pink suit. She's Best Girl. She's kind of the, rich, snobby type, but she's awesome. Again, we have Raimu. And Sakura Hane, she's the main character, but she's also really ditzy. She actually reminds me of Yui from K-On! Because Yui is also a very ditzy character in K-On! But she makes it through. She plays guitar flawlessly, really well. And it's really cool to make the main character really just ditzy and not all there. Another thing about this show is that Jesus appears in this show. I'm not kidding, like Jesus randomly appears as they're writing down, like Jesus is a character in this show. That's all I can tell you. Bakuan is currently streaming on Crunchyroll right now. Bakuan, not to be confused by Bakugan, Bakuman, and Barakamon. There's like so many of them, so check it out on Crunchyroll. If you guys have any questions, you guys can raise your hand and I will be happy. Yes.
Does Jesus take the wheel?
Does Jesus take the wheel? Last I checked, it's not a wheel on a motorcycle, but I'm gonna use that now. I'll have to put in a clip next time I do this panel about Jesus, because it's just a thing. Now, you know what else is really cool besides motorcycles and guitars and rock bands? Navy battleships. I mean, we're at Kantaicon, right? We have tons of Navy battleships out here, and but you know what you don't expect about Navy battleships? You don't expect them to be ran by Moe girls from anime. This is called High Fury. I'll let y'all watch the opening. This is actually a really intense opening. It'll give you a good look at what the show's really about. This show really blew me away. It aired in 2016, so it is brand new. The show stars Mike. Well, her full name is Misaki, but she goes by Mike by some of her friends. And she goes to this girl's school to learn how to operate Navy ships, and she becomes the captain of her fleet. And basically, it was really weird. When I first looked at the show, I was like, so do they go in classrooms and like learn how to work everything? And are there tests like a normal school? No. The entire series, they're on a boat and they're shooting stuff. Her and her classmates set up aboard the destroyer ship called Harakaze, and literally that's the whole show. There's a really weird part of the premise, and I swear this is exactly how it is. It makes no sense. So there's this disease, or this virus that's going on in the oceans of Japan, and it is within this little rat. And this rat gets aboard on some of the ships and infects some of the girls to go absolutely crazy. So literally the plot, besides them learning how to control this Navy battleship and work as a team, is for them to go help other Navy battleships not get this disease. Like, it's like they had to add a really dumb plot point in there to make people continue to watch it. I don't think it was needed. But the other cool thing about this show, I mean, it is a short 12 episodes. I lost my train of thought. What else was I going to say about this show? It's really funny because one moment these girls will be like, oh yeah, load the torpedoes and fire, and then the next weird things like that. Yeah.
So would you say they should go down with their ship?
What?
So would you say they should go down with their ship?
They should go down with their ship. Spoilers. That's all I'm gonna say. Spoilers. Watch till the last episode. This was actually also based off a manga, and the manga keeps going. So if you like the show is decent to me, like 6 out of 10. It was really funny, but just the plot was. Now I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. I mean, who here is familiar with Kantaicon or Kantai Collection? That's kind of like the big like Navy themed anime. I don't have it on here because I haven't seen all of Kantaicon yet because I want to play the game. This is based off of like a Flash game, so I don't have Kantaicon on here. So don't throw things at me. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention before the panel started, I have prizes for you guys if you guys stay around. This is. Who likes prizes? I thought so. That's the most hyped up you guys have ever been. So these are some anime that's also moe, girls doing not-so-moe things, but I'm not mentioning them in the panel, so I was like, I'll give them away as prizes. So I have a Madoka Magica keychain that I'm going to give away. It's got Madoka on it. And I have a Strike Witches keychain that I'm going to give away at the end of the panel. So stay for that. Those could be yours. I don't know how I'm going to give them away, but I'm going to figure out something. So yeah, that's High School Fleet, also known as High Fury, so check that one out. This next show that I'm going to show is also new. It's one of my favorite shows. It's probably my most favorite show airing right now. So you know what's kind of like cool? Computer programming and character design and making video games. That's kind of a cool thing. Let's have moe girls do it. Let's have moe girls go to an office in Japan, sit on, Photoshop and Dreamweaver and the other Adobe programs to create characters for a video game. Because you know what, you usually imagine like these big fat dudes just saying, oh, I'll make this game, but...
Excuse me!
I love you, Andrew. It's such a good show. This is called New Game. Check out this cute opening. This is New Game. I really debated putting this series in because like computer programming and making characters and sitting in an office all day, isn't really seemed as like cool or like as cool as like fighting on battleships or playing guitar or something like that. But I still put it in because it is very moe, but these girls are so smart and artistic and they know how to use the programs. I think what's cool about it is it's like moe girls kind of like growing up and being in that adult life. It stars Aoba, the purple-haired girl, and she just graduated high school and she's really hyped to get this new job. And when she gets the job as a character designer, she realizes that they are making a sequel to one of her favorite childhood games. So that gets her a lot more hyped. The show was really funny because you have these really cutesy girls, they get their first paycheck, or Aoba gets her first paycheck, and she's like, oh, what am I going to spend it on? And one of the girls in the corner goes, I'm going to spend mine on cosplay. Like, me. So it's just really funny to see them, be able to make these characters and know programming and code and all this really interesting stuff, but at the same time, they're just your average moe girls, and I think that's really the appeal of shows that are moe, but have that twist. I highly recommend the show. It's actually still airing right now on Crunchyroll. You can watch it for free with the ads. There's only like 8 episodes out right now, so you are not too late to get on that train. New Game is wonderful. One of the characters, the blonde-haired character in the black shirt, she sleeps overnight at the office. And when Aoba goes in on her first day, she finds this character under her desk, and she's just sleeping there in her underwear. Like, no, and she gets up, she's like, ah! Like, you know how anime girls are. They don't ever know they're naked. And it's just, even though that character is 25 years old, she's still moe, and she has these moe anime tendencies. But she's actually the lead character designer, so she's their boss. It's just really fun to see that character. Like, you don't imagine your boss being that ditzy, but in moe land, it is what it is. I am going really fast. I'm gonna try to slow down. So besides Navy ships and guitar and computer programming, you know what else is cool? Tanks.
Yeah!
Tanks are cool, right? You guys know where this is going? How about moe girls controlling tanks and shooting each other? Because why not? Who's seen Girls in Panzer? Nice. Okay, so Girls in Panzer, I completely forgot. I'll have to go back to High Fury, because High Fury and Girls and Panzer remind me of the same show a lot. But Girls and Panzer, I'll let you watch the show, or watch the opening for it first. This reminds me, there's actually a new figurine out from this anime, and it comes with one of the tanks, and then you put the little girls' heads like sticking up out of the tank, and they're like, ah! It would be like really funny to like have just a tank, and then like you just look at your friend like, look at my toy tank, and they're like, oh, that's awesome! And you just like put little moe heads on it, and they're like, what's that? But this is Girls and Panzer. This is a world where tankery is considered a sport. You just kind of like go around and shoot things, or other girls and other tanks. And in this world, it is considered really ladylike and elegant to, you know, shoot each other into smithereens in a tank for some reason. It's really cool because the show actually, you don't find out till the end of the first or second episode, but there's a school that Miho goes to, the main character, and then the episode it spans out of the school, and apparently the school and like that whole town is on actually like a giant aircraft carrier. Like something happens to Japan, like the world of Japan is gone, so like they moved Japan onto battleships or aircraft carriers. Like it's just like that SpongeBob meme. Let's take Japan and push it somewhere else. That is Girls and Panzer. And again, this all goes back to like kind of how High Fury or High School Fleet was like. You'd have these girls who are like bombs away, but at the same time they're like, oh, I gotta go shower and fix my hair. Like it's kind of the same thing with Girls and Panzer. Like they're still girly and they still have that moe thing about them, but at the same time they're blowing each other up. It's such a good show. Again, who's seen Girls and who had seen High School Fleet? High School Fleet. K-on's a big one. Who here saw K-on? K-on's a really big one. I am flying through this. I have another show to show you. I'm actually going to do this show in reverse because I don't want to spoil anything for you. I want to actually tell you about this show. If you've seen this next show, don't say anything because I like the reactions when people find out about this show. Let me just play you the opening. This show is called School Live. Now, wasn't that adorable? Like, what is this show about? Just normal moe girls living their normal school life. Like, they start a club and just your normal slice of life anime. It's gotta be like Lucky Star or Yuri Yuri or something like that, right? Yuki is one of the main characters. She's the pink-haired girl. And in the very first episode, they're talking about getting a club together and everything's so normal. I mean, they're talking to their friends, they're talking to the teacher. Everything's going great for their school year. And they have a dog. For some reason, they have a dog. This is an important plot point. Well, the dog goes missing in the school and starts running around the school. So for the first 17 minutes of this episode, you have Yuki, the main character, and her friends running around chasing this dog, doing moe things, tripping over things. It's like a normal slice of life. And I'm sitting here like, why do people want me to watch this? This is so average and normal. They ended up finding the dog. And again, it's the first 17 minutes of the show. So Yuki goes back in the club room. She's like, hey, I'm gonna go back to the classroom and talk to some of my friends. So her club member's like, okay, just take care of yourself. And she goes in there and she talks to some of her classmates. Like, yeah, we found the dog, everything's fine, it's good. Well, one of the other characters from the club comes in, peeks around the door, and she goes, are you okay? Like, do you need anything? Are you all right? And, you know, Yuki sees her and turns around. And goes, yeah, I'm okay. The friend she were talking to disappeared. She wasn't talking to anyone. After that, the camera pans out to outside the windows, and you find out that this show is really about the zombie apocalypse. So you have these moe girls, the whole show, are trying to protect their school and their clubs from the zombie apocalypse. It's the weirdest thing, but you can't tell that in the opening of the anime. In fact, the opening of the anime changes every episode and gets darker and darker and darker. It blows your mind. And it's weird because throughout episode 1, they do throw in some little things that, like, something's not quite right here. Like, for example, one of the girls are walking down the hallway, and in the background, the windows of the school are cracked. And it's something that I noticed, but I was like, something's wrong here. Like something was really about to go down. And you just see these like different things throughout the whole show. The whole show is foreshadowing. So keep in mind if you're watching that. Again, the reveal of the zombies happens in the first episode, so it's not really a spoiler. It's more of a draw to watch the rest of the show. But the thing I love about School Live, and forgive me for this fan service picture, but the thing I like about School Live is you have Yuki, and Yuki's a very innocent character. The funny thing about Yuki is that she actually tries to pretend the zombie apocalypse is not happening. That's the scariest thing about the show. That's why she went into the classroom to talk to her friends who are already dead because they got destroyed by zombies. And she's turning around and was like, yeah, everything's okay, everything's great. But she's in this classroom that's been bloodied, desks are thrown everywhere, the windows are cracked. She's in denial, which I think is the scariest part about being in the zombie apocalypse. I mean, forget the Walking Dead and everything. Like, you're in denial that the zombie apocalypse is happening. Like, you're the first to go. But she represents a really good Moe character because she's someone that you want to protect because she's naive and she's sweet and she's nice and innocent. You want to protect her from these horrible, horrible zombies. So she's the perfect representation of a Moe character. But again, that's School Live. And once again, you can find this show on Crunchyroll. It's a quick 12 episodes. There is a manga out, and the manga goes like way further into the show, and it's way darker. I know there's an episode where they go into the mall to get some supplies, and there's one girl who has the shovel in the background. I mean, she's just like beheading zombies, and it gets bloody. It gets really horrifying. Like, for those of you, I see you guys have probably seen School Live, like The Teacher. The Teacher, that's all I'm going to say. So promise me you guys will go home and the first thing you'll watch is School Live, because it's a really good show. I really flew through that panel, and I'm really sorry I flew through that. I did not expect me to talk that fast about these shows. There's a lot of other shows out there that I didn't even mention that are super Moe, like Strike Witches, which I have a thing for. Madoka Magica, which y'all see Madoka Magica, right? Y'all kind of know what's happening in that show. I mean, yeah. I mean, you have these Moe-looking girls who looks like the art is even like, the art reminds me of a show that would even be for little kids, like a little kids anime. But the weird thing about it is like one of the darkest, not the only darkest magical anime. Wow, I lost my train of thought. What's it called? Princess Tutu. Princess Tutu is just as dark. So you have like Madoka, and that show was really dark. And then I've not seen Strike Witches, so I can't say anything about this show, but I will add it. Yeah, do you like Strike Witches?
I've seen Strike Witches. It's like Moe fan service.
Moe fan service, because they are in like underwear.
They're on a ship.
We're on a ship. So I am gonna give away, I know that I'm ending the panel really early because I talked really fast, but hey, at least you guys got the panel and you guys can go do other stuff if you want. Let's just do it this way. Name 2 anime that I mentioned in the panel. School Live. Good enough. You want Strike Witches or Madoka Magica? Can you catch? Are you good at that? I suck.
I got that on camera.
Oh my god. This one's not as light. Okay, next question. You guys can't have your hands up yet. We're gonna ask the question.
I'm gonna send Kane out of the room.
Let's do a thing.
He's gonna close
Let's do a thing.
Name that too.
So we're gonna have Kiira, Ryan, and so.
Alright, this is a Bakuwan question. What is the name of the main character? The main girl in Bakuwan. Miku? Yes! You win the Strike Witches! Can I throw it at you? Is that a thing? Oh, that was so hard! There were some other shows I was gonna mention too. Rokubu. It's like a basketball Moe anime, but I'm definitely gonna add more to the thing. I was like, wow. Thank you guys for coming to the panel. If you guys want to check out other panel-y things that I'm doing, later this afternoon I'm doing a Japanese culture panel where anyone who wants to travel to Japan can like go and get some really good information about wanting to go and travel and packing information and tips. So if you want to do that, I think that's going to be at 4 o'clock, I think, in panel 2. So go check that out. Thank you guys for coming to the panel. If you want to check out other panel things, go to facebook.com/Kiira the Hedgehog. And thank you guys for going to the panel. I'm sorry it was kind of short.